Alright, time for yet another gear review. This time we're going to be looking at this guy right here. This is my Fender Rumble 25 bass amp. I got this amp for Christmas as a little practice amp and to do some writing here at home, and I thought it was time to do a review of it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the camera in, I'm going to show you the controls, talk about some of the features of the amp, and then I'll do some demonstrations of what the amp can do. So we're going to hit pause for a second. We're going to come back on the controls, so stay tuned. Well, okay, here's the setup. We have a single input. We have a master volume, single volume. We got an overdrive. We got bass, mid, and treble EQ, a contour knob, an aux in so you can plug in your MP3 player or whatever and jam along, and a headphone for silent practicing. Simple, easy layout, easy to use. We got a 1x8 inch speaker in here, and as I said, it's 25 watts. Really good little at-home practice amp. Good for writing, good for probably a little bit of studio work if you want to set a microphone in front of it. So now I'm going to take my my bass here, and I'm going to let you see the controls as I tweak them so you can hear the different sounds that you can get. So let me grab the bass and we'll be right back. Okay, so let's show you what you can do. Now these are the settings I had it on in the beginning of the video here. It's kind of a nice warm chunky bass tone. I've got my my tone on my bass rolled down a little bit so it can be a little fatter, and I'm using flat wound strings just to get a more kind of a chunky, less sustained tone, kind of Beatles-esque, you know, kind of that Paul McCartney thing. So that's the settings I have right now. Let's look at what else we can do. I'm going to put everything flat. Real great feature about the knobs here is when you hit the middle, there's like it has a little pause there. You can feel it almost, not click, but it almost has a little pause there, so you know you're dead center. So here's my my bass tone all the way up now. Really nice usable bass tone, a little bit more mid there, but really usable. Great for some, you know, some rock and stuff. It'll cut through real nice. Now let's see. Let's bring that bass control up. Bring the mid half down, and we'll bring the treble down. It's a really nice fat kind of R&B funky tone, which I really like. And again, my tone knob was all the way cranked there, but because I dialed it down, it was really nice. So let's bring that back, and I'll show you just kind of what these other controls do. I'm going to go flat again. Now let's talk about the Overdrive Channel. You just engage and hopefully the mic's picking that up. It's not really an overdrive like in a guitar sense, but it definitely gets nice and dirty. If I had a higher output pickup here, I'm sure it would get more crunchy. But it's a really cool tone. It kind of gives you a huge volume boost and kind of gives you that little grit, which is really cool. If you're going to rock out a little more, it's really cool. And now we'll talk about this contour knob. Again, here's my dry signal. hitting the contour knob. So you can see the volume goes down a little bit, but it kind of gets that kind of out of phase kind of thing, you know, which is really useful. And I'm going to turn my bass up here, and I'll tweak my EQ here a little bit. Really cool tone. Now here, this is actually, I'm going to try something first time ever. Now I'm going to do the out of phase thing with the Overdrive Channel. More drive there. It's kind of nice and spanky, kind of almost reminiscent of the Who. So I dig it. So there you have it. We got the Fender Rumble 25 bass amp. Now I wouldn't say this amp is good enough for a live band situation. Maybe if you're quiet and play with brushes, you know. But for home practice and small jams, you know, more quiet jams, this is great. Also a great amp for writing and home studio. Or if you're a beginner and you want a really good kind of bass amp, other than some of the stuff that comes in some of the, you know, bass amp kits and stuff that give you a kind of a cheaper little amp that doesn't sound that great. This is a really great one. I think it's 98 bucks maybe new. So 99 maybe. So great little practice amp. Great little at home jam amp. Great little beginner amp. I think they make the Fender Rumble 15, which is a little less power, and they have a 100 watt and maybe a 50 watt, I think, maybe. Probably would be more suited for a live band situation. But for at home and jamming, it's just an awesome little amp. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe. We'll see you soon.